Hello, this is Ingrid. Welcome to my channel. It's good to have you here. I just wanted to do a quick recap on what we talked about in the last video, and just to do a summary of some of the comments I received from that video. Like we determined last time, bags are a very important part of our life cycle from birth to adulthood. And some of the comments that came through were these bags change depending on responsibility. As parents with young children or even infants and babies, you need bags to carry things for the baby, right? So that has the responsibility part of it. Work related, I mean, you just can't take your laptop in your hand every day to work. You put it in a bag, right? Sometimes it's about functionality. There are times when you need to free your hands, but at the same time have your things stored in a bag. So there are certain bags like crossbodies that help with that. Somebody said that their bags represent who they are. So it's a part of you. It's who you say you are to the world, right? And how people perceive you. So that also comes into play. Something else that I had not thought about was sensitivities. There are people who have sensitivities to touch. Some people have allergies to things like wool. So that also has a part to play in the types of bags that we buy and use. So today I wanted to just move on to, as part of our discussion about bags, to jobs that our bags do, right? And it reminds me of a video I listened to by the late Dr. Clay Christensen. And he was talking about how McDonald's had approached them to help them to do a study on how they could improve and increase the sales of their milkshakes. Now, McDonald's had already done a study using all the data that they they have and they gather, and they had created a specific avatar, and they had, they had done everything that they could do using the data that they had. But unfortunately, once they tested that, it did not increase the sale of their milkshakes. So this is why they approached Dr. Christensen and his team to help them to find a way to increase sales and also to improve their milkshakes. And McDonald's was willing for them to try a different approach. So this is what Dr. Christensen's team did. They had one of their colleagues sit in McDonald's for 18 hours. And this person's job was to record the people who came in and bought a milkshake. So they had to look at what was this person wearing, what were they, what else did they buy, age group, the time of day that they bought the milkshake, right? Did they buy anything else with the milkshake? So after collecting all this data, the next morning, the team gathered outside of McDonald's and confronted these milkshake buyers. So the question that they asked them was, what job are you hiring this milkshake to do for you? And of course, oh my gosh, that kind of question is kind of puzzling, right? Because you have to think about what job am I, what do you mean? So then they said, okay, let's step back and look at the last time you had to hire something to do the job that this milkshake is doing for you. What did you hire? So somebody said, look, the last time I bought donuts, but I can't eat just one donut, right? You can't do that. I mean, you have to have some real self-control to just eat one donut. So he couldn't just have one. The next person said, I tried a bagel, but a bagel is dry. So I had to put some cream cheese on it, but I had to do that while I was driving. So I had to put the steering wheel, on my knees while I put this bagel. So it didn't work. Then another person said, I tried a Snickers chocolate bar, but I kind of felt guilty, so I never did that again. And then somebody said, look, I tried a banana, but it didn't do the job well. It finished in less than a minute. But then this person said, but when I get a McDonald's milkshake, the thickness and the sticky consistency of that milkshake does it for me, right? And it also takes me 23 minutes to get through with drinking that milkshake because you have to suck it through a straw, right? And by 10 a.m., I am full. I'm still full. I don't need to eat anything. So they continued to talk, and then they asked them, what do you do? They came to find out that these people had a long commute to work. So most of these people who bought these milkshakes bought them before 8:30 a.m. and they didn't buy anything else, right? So they had a long and boring drive to work. So they needed something to help them engage in with life, right? And so that life wouldn't be so boring. Also, they needed something that would keep them full until 10 in the morning, right? When they could eat something. And the milkshake did the job. So it got me thinking. The bag that I use, what job am I hiring it to do for me? And this is a question I'm asking you. The bag that you're using today, or the bag that you will use, what job are you hiring it to do for you? I'd like to hear what you have to say. Put it down in the comments. And of course, like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.